G'day guys, and welcome to this tour of the Foil Shop AU. Today we're gonna meet the crew who work here and run you through all the exciting things that the Foil Shop is up to and what we're stocking and supplying. So just a little history on the shop. We started out as the stand-up surf shop here in North Fremantle. Recently we merged into foiling, and just even more recently we've teamed up with Surfland. So now we have all Supplier's foils, stand-up paddleboards and surfing equipment. Let's go check it out. You know, you guys are the characters in the TV show of the Foil Shop.
You're the director, mate. I'm Lachy. I've been foiling for 4 or 5 years now.
I think maybe 3 years. I think. 4 years.
I started foiling 4 years ago. I started wing foiling. I come from a windsurf background.
Always windsurfed my whole life, and foiling's sort of where I've ended up.
I did just a few sessions of tow foiling, which I loved, and then now I'm hooked on the SUP Foil.
When did I start working here? I started working here January last year, so 2024. It's been pretty cool ever since. Nice crew, nice group of customers. Chatting to customers is the best.
When did we start working the shop? I started just at that before you.
The shop was pretty cool. We had Sandy. Actually, my interview for here was really cool. I was surfing and I needed to get back to work, and I was catching a wave, and then Sandy was surfing with me and I was like, catch a wave, do you need someone in the shop? Catch a wave and then back, pedal back. And it's like, yeah, we actually do. And eventually I got a job here. But I was sponsored by the shop already for the SUP comps.
SUP surfing, well, I've been doing SUP surfing for many, many years. I've been competing for a long time. I don't do competitions anymore, but yeah, I was sponsored by the shop, and I've been state champion a few times. Yes.
Yeah. The Foil Shop started a little corner in the back of the shop ages ago, and then slowly it's taking over. So now it made to the prime spot to the shop. So now it's a Foil Shop, and the SUPs went all the way to the back. So yeah, to the next spot takes over.
Yeah, if someone walked through the door right now wanted to get into foiling, well, definitely the winging.
I think if you have any background in wing sports, winging is definitely a really easy way to do it.
Advice is to persist. There is obviously easier ways to foil than others. Going behind the boat is probably the easiest way.
Having a go behind the boat, it's simple, straightforward, but having your wing gear that you control the power, you're free, you don't need to launch a boat or anything, you just go there by yourself and figure it out. It's probably the easiest way.
We're in a windy city. We have massive coast. We've got the river for learning. It's so good, so much fun. Not demoralizing like downwinding. So, you know, you pick it up really quick, as well as you can pick up gear relatively cheap.
Like Armstrong has the S1, Axis has super easy starts, the SCS. They very user-friendly foils. So they very stable, they are big front wings, longer fuselages and big stabilizers. And yeah, the gear makes a massive difference to help you to start foiling. So yeah, just using the right gear is definitely a good help.
Alrighty, today we're going to be going through the Foil Assist products we have in store. So first we're going to start off with the new Flitelab Amp Jet. So newest and exciting product. It's been a long time waiting, a long time testing. I'm sure everyone's seen a lot of videos on it. But yeah, really, really awesome board. So we'll go through the board first. Board alone, weighs as much as a prone board. Super, super light. Up the front here, we have our launch pad, which is what you use to control the settings of the jet, to control when the jet's turning on, how strong the power is, all that sort of thing. So nice little fun thing you can play around with. Very user-friendly, and it's in the board very well. So just comes out with a twist, you charge it from there. Yeah, really, really neat setup. So yeah, board alone comes with this nice deck grip. You've got in the back here, you'll notice there is a massive hole, and that is where the jet actually slots in. So you'll see a video in this sort of clip of how the jet goes in. It's one screw, super easy system. On the bottom of the board here, really, really nice flat shape for release. We've got these two interesting cutouts here. This is actually the water intake for the jet. So these intakes suck in the water that gives you the thrust you need. When you're actually not on foil, the motor will detect that there's no water coming through and it'll shut off the jet, just like that. Tracks, we've got the nice long tracks here. You can put any foil you want on it. Doesn't have to be the Flitelab specific. So if you want to run your Axis, you want to run your Armstrong, you want to run your Code, anything with the twin tracks is going to work. Yeah, that's about it with the board. Like really, really well constructed. You can't even see the joins. We'll go through the actual jet system now. So in the jet package, this is what's included. So you've got your jet cartridge here, all pretty light. Doesn't weigh much at all. You can see the jet in there. Bit of weight in the back of it, but obviously once you slide the two batteries in, it's going to be sweet. So that's the cartridge that everything goes into. You've then got your amp cells here. This is one, this is the other one. They slide together really, really easily. You can see the pin joins there. Super, super simple. Yeah, I guess that's the best bit about it. They slot inside the cartridge. You can run it with either 1 or 2 cells. With the 2 cells, you can get the maximum out of the jet, which is 25 kilos of thrust. I've heard that you can get about 60 to 80 boosts out of it at a medium setting. So, you know, if you're going for 60 or 80 waves in a session, you're going to be out there for a few hours. What else do we have? We have the clip at the end. This just goes at the end of the cartridge to secure the batteries. You've got 2 of those there. You've got your charger here. With the charging of the batteries, same connection. You do have to charge the cells separately. Not sure on the charging time, around an hour is what you sort of expect for each cell. You've got your launch pad charger just here, all wireless, nice and easy. Looks very similar to the FoilDrive remote charger as well. It's kind of cool seeing all the universal stuff being used. Yeah, you also get a neat little tool with it, as you expected. 1 bolt system, so you only need 1 tool, 1 bolt, same as your foil tools as well. Yeah, whole kit comes with this nice travel bag. You can take it all on the plane, go wherever you want. You've got a nice little padded board bag here, which is enough to take on flights as well. And yeah, 1 bolt, you're ready to shreddy. Alrighty, this is our FoilDrive section here. And yeah, let's go through the FoilDrive. What is inside a FoilDrive? So you've got this neat little carry case here. Optional extra is the split bolts. Would highly recommend. Saves you so much time. Apart from that, you've got your foam to put in your tracks for better signal. You have a rubber guide for the motor cable to go on your mast. We've got here your stubby cooler, which is nice and neat to protect the propellers. At the moment, we've got a 3-blade prop setup with the high power stuff. The high power stuff is pretty game changing. With it all, you see 27.2 kilos of thrust, which is the maximum thrust in a foil assist before going to an e-foil. We've also got your other bolts here, so your standard bolts, full assembly kit. You've got your throttle here, which is connected by this nice little leash, so you don't lose it. You've also got your battery gel, so kind of similar to your TEF gel for any of the OG foilers out there. You chuck this in between any plugs or components that might fail if moisture gets in. You've got your battery here in a fireproof case. Always good to charge these in the case. You've got your universal adapters for your mast. You've got your battery charger here. You've got 2 different nose cones depending on which battery you're using. We've also got under here your charger for the remote. So again, fast charger and wireless, nice and simple. The other thing we've got is cable for your charger. You get a nice little cleaning rag here, microfiber cloth. Then you've got your actual box system here. So underneath the sticker, you'll see holes to put the bolts through, which connects the FoilDrive to the board. The only other thing we've got is the motor mounting pieces here. So you've got your 2-piece, you've got an extra long cone depending on which foil brand you're using. All set up on the mast, looks like this. Personally, I leave it assembled on the mast. Other than that, recommend to take it apart every now and then, just make sure everything's greased up and good to go.
Cool. All right, so we are going to talk about some brands that we sell at the foil shop. So Axis is a big one. Axis is got a lot of range. Has the super easy start, which is great for beginners, and it's actually really affordable price as well. Got alloy masts. The foil has a massive range. We have newer foils, and we still get some like Spitfires, the Arts. So it's foils for all different disciplines, but yeah, it's a foil that covers a lot. A lot of people ride Axis. Winging on the river probably would go for the Art series. That's fast foil. It's quite a bit more higher spec. If I go surfing, I'll go Spitfire. It's a great foil for surfing and just very stable as well. It's actually very user-friendly. The Fireballs are the even more higher spec. A lot of people are doing downwinders and proning on those. And then, yeah, stabilizers, you got the options as well, progressives and skinnies. Now we're going to Armstrong. All right, so now we are on our Armstrong side. So Armstrong has also a beginner's starter, also cheaper option with alloy mast, big front wing, longer fuselage, big stabilizer. It's fantastic for learning. If I was gonna go winging on the Armstrong, I would probably choose the HA 880. I think would be perfect for me, or even the 780. The HAs are really nice glidey option foils. Armstrong recently released the MKs, MA MK2, and they're very good for surfing. Let's move on to Code now. Now we are on the Code corner. So Code has the S series and the R series. The S series are very surf orientated. The R series are more higher spec. They're good for the racing crew on the SUP downwinders. S series are quite similar to the Armstrong HAs. They both got really nice glides and yeah, perfect for our conditions in WA. If I would start on a Code, I would probably go 1300 front wing, 75 mast, and a bigger stabilizer. Just those guys don't have the alloy mast just yet. Actually, all those three brands are really big in WA. If you want to do any demo of those gears, we have demo of a lot of our brands, and yeah, come and check them out in the shop.
Cool. Welcome to the X demo section of the shop. So this has probably been the most popular section as of late. We used to have a whole lot of masks on this racks and they've sold out very quickly. So all it is X demo stock that we're just looking to clear out, or we've put new stuff into demo, or we've just had too much. So come grab yourself a bargain. We've got front wings, masts, fuselages, tails. We've even got paddles now. So come have a look, see if anything suits.
Let's run through a bit of the SUP downwind gear that we have here at the Foil Shop at the moment. This has personally been my passion project for the last couple of months, doing SUP downwind coaching and also just being involved in the sport, going over to Hawaii. So the recent development has been these boards getting longer and skinnier, and that's definitely reflected in the new gear that we have here at the shop. So for an example, this board here is an 8.4 Sonova, 18.5 inches wide. We sort of have our boards vary from around 18.5 to 20 inches. And then obviously, depending on the size you pick, you can get a different volume board. Then we also have stocking other brands such as SMIC at the moment. And if you're keen to get some facts or just a bit of knowledge around what board you should be using when you come in, when you want to start downwinding this summer, feel free to swing past the shop. We'll have some good advice and we can show you a few options and how you can get set up. Then I'll also just show you some of these older model boards. You can see how far the sport has come. This was the original OG downwind boards. I think I learnt on something like this or something even a little bit wider and maybe a bit shorter. These are perfect wing foil boards, and we're doing them at a good price. So if you're interested in getting into wing foiling, like something that's really good for flat water, it's going to get you up easily, these are perfect boards. Another option is our X Demo. This board here is actually the board that I used foiling the Ningaloo Reef when we did the Desert Winds film. It's what I took on the 300-kilometer journey from Red Bluff to Exmouth, and we're now selling these boards, which are X Demo. This would be a board kind of someone looking for a little bit more advanced riding. It's down around 100 litres, but was perfect for me on that trip, and I'm sure we'll be able to find it a good home. Okay, let's quickly talk about paddles for SUP downwinding and what height you should cut them to be able to best downwind foil. So this is the range of paddles that we currently have at the shop. They're always evolving over time, and we've got some great options ranging from relatively cheap down this end, which often they mean they're just not quite as stiff, but they also have the option for being adjustable, which if you're getting into SUP downwind, I would highly recommend starting with an adjustable paddle. It gives you the ability to play around with the height and feel what works for you. And then we're ranging up towards our more expensive paddles, which are stiffer, lighter, and are going to give you better performance. Particularly when you're up, it's nice having a light paddle so that it doesn't get in the way or hinder you. So height on the paddle. Here at the SUP shop, we are experts at cutting paddles. I've probably cut hundreds of paddles in my years working here. It's one of my favorite parts of the job. You get to sit around the back and play with a saw. So what height should you cut your paddle to? I would always recommend starting at your head height or just a little bit above your head height. Watching people through coaching, I've noticed a lot of the time, if the paddle's too long, you get this really awkward technique where you're trying to not touch it in the water, or you're like, look just awkward like this. So that's a sign that the paddle's too long. For most people, I would recommend ending up somewhere between your eyebrow level to the top of your head. So start a bit longer, because you can always cut a paddle shorter, you can't make it longer. And then I can almost guarantee you'll end up with the paddle maybe around that height relative to you, or just a tiny bit lower. For me, I like it a little bit shorter. I feel like I get a bit better power, and then when I'm up, it's short and I don't paddle strike my foil, which has been a problem in the past. So yeah, that's my tips on paddles. We've got a whole range here. If you need a new paddle, swing past the shop.
The Dingo T-shirts, the Dingo are very iconic for WA. The Dingo flower is not too far from here, just a few meters that way, and we sell tons of these T-shirts. They're excellent presents for people that live around here or people that live overseas. We get a lot of people buying those T-shirts to sell to people that are from here and lives overseas. Anyway, it's a fantastic present. It's great for Father's Day. It's coming, and we have a few colors as well. Few options. The caps, and I just remember we also have socks, which I don't know where they are. Where are the socks?